Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. Heavy rotation edition. It's early Sunday morning, and thought I'd crank this one out. Every single week, I go to do one, like on Sunday or Monday, and I'm like, man, I haven't found enough records this week to justify doing a video. But that's never true. I always look at it, I'm like, okay, I do have plenty of records to show. I got a lot of cool stuff this week. As always, I'm always obsessing over some stuff. So, anyways, got these coffee mugs. Don't forget, made these so you guys could grab one. These Noble Records coffee mugs. They're super sweet. They're on our website. Links are below. I've got a ton. I bought a ton of these, and everybody wanted them. And then so now, I mean, some people have bought them, but I need to get them out of my shop. So buy some. Dead Moon, Fred Cole. I've talked about this in some previous videos, but I've been wanting this record. This one's kind of a hard one to get. This one was sealed when I got it, but I cracked it open. I feel zero bad about cracking open an OG to listen to it. This is a great record. It's like punk, but it's just got a raw vibe to it. It's really good. So this is what I'm about to tell you is insane. Look at all these Townses. Crazy stuff. Okay, so this is my favorite album. Probably. It's in the top 3. It's, so, all my favorite albums I have, like, multiple copies of because I don't know which one to keep. So this was my first copy that I got of it. This is the Tomato Press, which used to be, you could get these for like 20 or 30 bucks. Now even these are going for like 100. It's crazy. Only reason I have this is because this was my second copy, which was, it's like a VG, it's a strong VG copy. We'll just say that if you're going to be strict about it. It's got some marks, and like with the record this quiet, it's kind of nice to have a clean one. So this was kind of my play copy. This was my copy that says, I've got a poppy, you know. I got a poppy copy, y'all. So that was my, my one. So I have not like played them back to back to see which pressing is better. But this week I got this one, this poppy, and this sucker is stone mint, really clean in the shrink. I got this on eBay. The listing said it was a little bit warped. Got it in the mail, and it was like it was almost unnoticeable. Like there's a little bit of wet. I mean, and this goes back to my theory that most records are a little bit warped. I mean, it's like a little bit, a lot of them are anyways. And if it doesn't really affect the play, I struggle over whether I should even try to flatten it because I don't want something to happen and it mess up. Because I think the heat at some point, if you put too much heat to it, it can affect it. So. I did put this in for a very short amount of time, and it helped a little bit. But like I said, I mean, I got it for pretty cheap for what they go for because this one is super clean, and it's in the shrink. It's a beautiful, beautiful copy. Anyone will be lucky to have one. I put 2 bids on these 2 albums, and I want them both at the same time. I gotta know. So this one is really super, super clean, and it's a promo. Has it crossed my mind to keep them all? Yes. Of course it has. Who are you talking to here? No, I'll definitely... so I got to run my really clean poppy with my really clean tomato and see which one's better. If the poppy is good enough, I don't... See, here's the thing. Like, even the really clean ones, the violence pressed on, I guess, is still not super quiet. So I don't know. The tomato pressing could sound better. And I might keep that one. I don't know. If you've done this, let me know what you think. But my VG copy, I'm definitely going to put in the shop and sell because I don't need it. So anyways, is 5 copies too many to have? 4 of them being poppies? Probably. So anyways, what else we got here? Got some really killer stuff. We're just going to go through. This is Leaf Hound. This is an original German pressing. So everybody knows like the most rare and sought after psych record of all time. One of them is Leaf Hound. Growers of Mushroom. I'm trying to see if I have. It's like right behind me, I think, in my. So Growers of Mushroom, I don't have an original. I've had a reissue. The originals have been going from $6,000 to $9,000. Okay, they're around, but they're going for obscene amounts of money. more than my Fraction Moonblood. I would love to have an original Growers of Mushroom, but whatever. So this came out in, I believe this was 1970. This came out the year before Growers of Mushroom. And it has most of the same songs. I think it's missing 2 or 3 songs from Growers of Mushroom. But it's got the rest of them on it. And so this predates Growers of Mushroom, but it's a little bit easier to get. Now, this thing is sweet. It's got this giant poster in it. This is a super, super, super clean copy. These are still rare. It's still, thrilled to have it. That's the poster. So, but yeah, I'm still thrilled to have this copy, and it's probably as close as I'll ever get to getting an original Growers of Mushroom. Growers of Mushroom is one of those things, I'd have to get it really cheap for me to feel good about it. I'm never paying $5,000 for a record. Unless something happens and I really, get rich or something. And even at that point, where's the fun in that? I just don't see myself spending that type of money on a record. But if I got one cheap enough, I would buy Growers of Mushroom. But I don't see that happening in today's market. So anyways, this is it's on Telefunken. This is original German press. And, these are hard to get. A good buddy of mine had it, and he was letting it go, so he let it drift my way. This is a really good Joe Henderson. The Elements has Michael White, Alice Coltrane, Charlie Hayden. This is it's crazy because when I first opened the shop, I found like 3 of these in 1 month, and I sold them all, like the originals. And now I really wish I kept one. They're on Milestone. I talked about that Joe Henderson record on Milestone last week, and a bunch of people commented on it. It's a great record. But this is the Jazz Dispensary. It's like an audiophile pressing. But yeah, it's the first ever 180 gram vinyl reissue. Lacquers cut by Kevin Gray. Coherent audio. Yeah, tip-on jacket. All that fancy audiophile jargon. But yeah, this is a tremendous record, man. I freaking love this record. So hopefully I'll get an original again. I will. They come around. A friend of mine that's still selling off some grunge stuff sold this as a promo of Hands All Over Soundgarden. This is a 12-inch single. This is a Temple of the Dog. Side 1 is Pushing Forward Back. Side 2 is Hunger Strike, Your Savior. This is a promo. I don't think there's any inserts or anything in there. Nah, just a US promo, 12-inch of Temple of the Dog. Pretty sweet. So the other night, I was getting some work done, and I was blasting some Snoop Double D-O Double G. Gosh, I love this record. I know this is kind of, I don't talk about hip-hop much, but I do like old school hip-hop, and some new hip-hop, if it's got some meat on the bones. So this is an original first press, and they're hard to get because, what is it? What press is it? Is it G's Up? I think that's it. I'm gonna go with that. So that sample, I think, from G's Up, Hose Down is they got sued or something for the sample, I think is what it is. I'm shooting out from the hip here. I can't remember exactly. But that track's taken off on all the second, third pressings and all that stuff. So the first pressing has that track, and none of the other ones do. But, always my favorite track on here was, Sipping on Dan and Juice. But, G's and Hustlers. That song is killer. So I was blasting that the other night. And then, that was Friday night. I was getting stuff ready for Saturday. I have a turntable in this room that, it's not an audiophile, anything. The cartridge on it probably cost $100. I don't know. It's just regular old Thorns. And so I sometimes will play my rougher. I don't have a lot of rough condition records, but this is one that's, you don't need an audiophile copy of this, you know what I mean? So I was playing that on here, and then I had some African records I was playing on here. I'll show you some of those. But anyway, so I was playing that, getting ready, and then Saturday I was in the shop, and a friend of mine brought this in and traded it in. He's like, this is a real funky record. You should throw it on and listen to it. And so, it's got the sample from G's and Hustlers, the beginning. But the beginning of that song, it's like a classroom setting, and there's all these little kids like, what do you want to be, little Billy, when you grow up? He's like, I want to be a doctor. And then it goes to this one kid, he's like, I think it's Snoop Dogg, and he's like, what do you want to be? He's like, I want to be a blankety blank hustler. And then it goes, and it starts with the sample from this. That's this. The Nard. So this is Bernard Wright, Nard, the Nard Dog. And this, I listened to this record. He after I listened to it, and I was like, oh, that's that sample from G's and Hustlers. I listened to this probably 10 times in the shop. I'm not even joking. It was on repeat. This is a killer record. I don't know how much they're worth. Like $20 or something, $30 maybe. So let's go through this. I showed, and I hadn't listened to it yet, like a week or two ago. This is Humus Tus Oidos Menten, which I can't remember what that I used to speak a little bit Espanol, but I've lost it now. This is a really cool record. I think it was 91, 92 Mexican Psych. And it sounds like an old Psych record. It is really, really good, abstract, out there, psychedelic. It is good. I really like this. Shout out to my buddy Chris McGee. He hooked a brother up with this Rain Man. I had a reissue of this, and he had an original of it, and he was trying to move some monies around to afford some of the record he was getting, probably. And we made a deal on this. Really good singer-songwriter type stuff. Yeah, I've got a reissue. I told him I would send him the reissue. So I have to do that. It's in here somewhere. So Chris, if you're watching, it's coming. But yeah, really good condition. Excited to have that. Rain Man! That's what we used to say when we were playing basketball. We were making it rain, you know. Let's show you some 45s. I never show 45s, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of getting into 45s a little bit. I think I'm gonna throw on my find this record soon, maybe today. So this is the Storytellers. Can't remember which side's the A side, but it doesn't really matter because both sides are killer. So this is on the label Tri-Stereo. This is the Storytellers. That one's Cry With Me. That is probably the A side. It starts out with some crunchy, nasty guitar. This is Little Boy Sad. I found this, so I will pretty regularly, if someone's got like a ton of 45s at a yard sale or something, just buy a huge box of 45s and then go through them later. So like usually you can get them for nothing, and then a lot of times you go through them and there's nothing there. But sometimes there's one or two that make it worth it. This is the one in that box that was worth it. I think the last one sold for like $600. So that's a killer one. I'm having trouble letting it go because it's such a killer track. I do have a handful of just absolute fire 45s that you can't get it on an LP. The only way you're going to own that music is to have the 45. It's not online. None of that. You got to have it. This is another one. This one caught my attention because the label, you know, when you're looking at 45s, you kind of get what to look for and you memorize labels a little bit. This is a label that has a couple pretty good 45s on it. This one is No Communication, True Transfusion. This is on the Witch's Brew label. Look at that label. I mean, you're going to give that a second look, right? Yeah, so it's the same track on both sides. I think one side's instrumental, but it's really good funk. And there's a just nasty fuzz guitar solo on there. Really good stuff. And this one is Magic. The name of the label is Magic. The name of the band is Magic. Side A is called My Dreams, and that side blows. Side B is called Tribute to the Bass Player, and it is nasty. Got some killer guitar solo, psychedelic. This one is killer. So, it's just one of those things, you know. You're going through 45s and you see these private press, you know, and you're like, that looks good. I think I'll listen to that. And then this month's Vinyl Me Please and the Essentials is Low End Theory, which I have an original of this actually, but it's on colored vinyl and all that stuff. So this is it's a pretty sweet. Gosh, I freaking love this record. I'm talking about a lot of hip hop today. I don't know what's up, what's going on with that. This is one came from Earl again. Last video there were some Earl records, but this one is Alfred Orlando Johnson, Peaceful. Pretty good little soul record. Kind of a little bit of a rare piece. Not too rare, but a little bit. Plaid Room Records, which is the record shop that's kind of linked up with Coal Mine. Terry, who runs Coal Mine, his brother, he started Plaid Room Records, and his brother runs it. So, anyways, good people. They had some leftover Record Store Day stuff, and the only one that I missed, well, the only one that I realized I missed that I really wanted was this Del Valamar Trio Live in Loveland. This is on like pink vinyl. My friend of mine that went to a shop, this is the only one he missed getting for me, and I was like, dang it, because I love all the Del Valamar Trio stuff. So I went on Plaid Room Records website the next day, and they shipped me all this stuff. So that is killer, as all their stuff is. This is the Iggy Pop in Berlin '91. It's on colored vinyl. It's pretty good. It's, the recording's not that great, but it is what it is. If you've listened to some Stooges bootlegs, that's a good Stooges bootleg. Some of them are really bad. This is the Rocky Erickson and the Explosives Halloween. You guys have probably seen all this stuff because everybody's made their videos. But this is a really good live show, and it's 2007. I love Rocky Erickson. You guys know that. So that works. Here's one I got a long time ago that I meant to show and I never did. So I'm a big fan of the Justice record label. There are, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 garage releases on the Justice label. They're all North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Southeast, like bands. So I've talked about it 1,000 times, but in summation, it was this label that they would go around to like high school dances and like events and stuff, and they would find these kids bands that like kids were in high school or middle school or whatever, and these garage bands, all young kids pretty much, and they'd say, okay, for $1,000 we'll put out 500 records, we'll promote your album, we'll record your album, we'll do everything. And so the kids would go around and they'd sell candy bars and wash cars and come up with $1,000 to get their record made. And so there was 20 or 30 of them. Like I said, I've probably got 7 or 8, and they're all hard to find and worth a lot of money. So in the area they come up, they come up in collections. You see them sometimes, so that's something I'm always looking out for. This is one called the Seventh Seal, and this one is not worth a lot because it was made like in the 90s. So I don't know a whole lot about this release. It sounds like all the rest of them, but I think it was one of these bands that was near the tail end of Justice Records when they were about to shut down. They were trying to do this release, and it never got done. So somebody picked up the tapes and did it in the 90s, and it's got the same Justice record label on. That's what they all look like, and it's got the same sound. So it's a bargain. I think I paid $20 for it on Discogs because I wanted one. And it's really good stuff. So it's called the Seventh Seal. So you can still get them like pretty regularly on the internet for cheaps. Oh boy, I don't know if I showed this, but I got this maybe a month or two ago. Sonny Rollins live at the Village Vanguard. This is an original Blue Note copy. It's a little rough around the edges, but like I had a goal, okay, and I don't think I told anybody. I think I whispered it in the forest somewhere, but my goal was I want to get every Blue Note. But as I do collect Blue Notes, I'm realizing how impossible that is. So I'm gonna have to have a certain range of Blue Note. Like, do I want all the Jimmy Smith bootleg Blue Notes? No, I don't. I don't want all the Jimmy Smith Blue Notes. So I'm only gonna collect the ones I really like and really need. So I have a really good, solid chunk of OG Blue Notes. Got some killer stuff, some Hank Mobley's, some Sonny Rollins, stuff like that. But I'm always looking for more. So if you have any have any OG Blue Notes you want to trade, let me know. I really, there's a few I'm still looking for, but I'm sure my collection will expand for Blue Note stuff. I'm not a tried and true jazz guy, but I do like jazz. This hat's bothering me. So I couldn't find my Noble Records hat, and I wear one because my hair is kind of meh. But this is one I found in the back of the shop a couple weeks ago. This is MCA Records Hit Squad Nashville. Is what it says. And I don't know what that means. If you know what it means, let me know. Some regular records that this just came in a collection. This is AC/DC. For those about to rock, we salute you. Grew up blasting this record. Every time I get a copy, it's always destroyed. This one is like impossibly clean. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep it. I've got some AC/DC records. Most of them are like promos and stuff. So if I ever get a promo of this, I'll upgrade to it. But yeah, this one's sharp corners, super clean. And I listened to this yesterday, and it holds up. It just brings me back to when I was a kid. Listened to a lot of AC/DC when I was young. Got some clean Black Sabbath. I didn't have this just because, like I've said, when it comes to common classic rock records, I like to either get like a shrink sticker, near mint copy, or like a promo, or in this case, that's just a regular. This is a promo, and it's pretty clean. Mob Rules. It's got that promo, if you can see that right there, stamp. It's the vinyl's pretty clean on it. Like I would say it's near mint, but the jacket's not. Anyways, that's good enough for me. Here's some African stuff that I was listening to Friday night. The Apostles. That's a really good one. Like psychedelic rock stuff. This is a really killer one. Ricky Lalonga. This is one of the pioneers of Zamrock. Fantastic. He put out a few records, like 4 or 5, I think. And they're all nasty. Just killer. I mean, he's got such great guitar work. Plays some like harmonica, some slide guitar, and then he plays like some fuzz guitar solos. Really, really good record. This one is in pretty rough shape, but I'm getting an upgrade copy soon. I've got one coming. So, anyways, this is fantastic. Fantastic record. Hopefully in next week's video I'll have my upgrade copy that I can show you. But all the Zamrock stuff, I mean, when you get it, it's all trash. It's so hard to get clean copies. This is Witch, moving on. Witch was one of the original, killer Zamrock bands. And this is an original of Moving On. So they kind of morphed into, this is kind of like a disco funk record. And it's nasty. It's killer. This is a killer record. This was actually a pretty clean copy of this record, but hard to find. Original press. Yeah, this is from the Witch Fan Club in Zambia. So it's a sticker on the back that says that. So pretty cool. And then this one is this one's such a funny Jacinto Jr. Mama Groove. This is like hip hop. It's pretty cool. I believe it's like from Nigeria. Yeah, so pretty cool. I think I've showed you everything that I am going to show you. So thank y'all for watching this video. Comment, communicate with me. Hopefully you're liking my new heavy rotation channel. Please buy a coffee mug. And we will see y'all next time.